Hey, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Thursday's predictions. It's always a very good day when we are able to predict and check out what's possible for the day. So, yesterday was 95% okay, if I should put it that way. Okay, it was a little bit disappointing because Borussia Dortmund and Newcastle cost us 4-day back-to-back winnings. Can you imagine? Every other game entered and Newcastle decided to mess us up, So, but again, as I said, that's the thing with cup matches, right? We even did our very best to have won 3 days back-to-back playing those cup games. They can be very funny, very, very funny. And I'm so happy that, after today, league matches will resume tomorrow and we can start, really hitting these bookies hard. We'll start hitting them so hard that most of them will return to their villages. So but if there was anyone who edited and maybe took out Newcastle and Borussia Dortmund from that collection and played the remaining 4, it was 5 games. So if you played the other 4 games and you won them, that would have been great. So but today we are excited for the matches we have for today, and without wasting much time, let's get straight into the game. So the very first game we have for you guys is from the Europa League, right? And it's Marseille versus AEK Athens. Now, to understand our prediction for Marseille, let's look at Marseille's last 5 matches. So last 5 matches, they've scored in 4 out of those matches. Okay, they've scored in 4 out of those 5 matches. So whenever they play at home, one thing you are guaranteed is goals, and they always score, which is impressive. Now, let us check AEK Athens. The AEK Athens last 5 matches, they've equally scored, right? I think nearly in every match. Nearly every match that they've played in except one, right? So what that means is that these are 2 teams that score and concede, and that's brilliant. These are 2 teams, and these are actually European super houses, especially in the Europa League level. So for this game, what we are predicting is simple. We're predicting that AEK Athens versus Marseille will produce both teams to score. Basically, the 2 of them will score. That's our first prediction. So the 2 of them will score, and the odds is 1.69. But if you are risk adversive, is that how they call it? Yeah, I think so. If you don't want to if you think this is a little bit too risky, then what you can go for is over 1.5 goals. Either of these 2 will work. So, but we believe that both teams will score based on the detailed data analysis that we've done and what we know about these 2 teams. So that's our very first prediction. So, and the prediction or the odd for both teams to score is 1.69. Again, if you are not comfortable with both teams to score, if it's a market you are not very comfortable with, because I know people tend to like and love to play certain markets, then you can stick to both teams. You can stick to over 1.5 goals, which should click either way. The next game we have for you is also from the Europa Conference League, and it's Fenerbahce Ludogorets. Now, to understand our prediction for this game, let's look at Fenerbahce. 5 matches played and 5 wins. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff, guys. Now, let's look at Ludogorets. Funny name. 5 matches played, 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. And the thing with Fenerbahce is that they've signed some of the best players, mid-level players, the best mid-level players in Europe. They have a bunch of them there playing amazingly well in that league, and that's why they've been able to dominate their league and are even doing well in the Europa League platform. So, without mincing of words or anything, what we are predicting for this game is pretty simple: that Fenerbahce will put this team to the slaughter. Okay? So we are predicting a home win for Fenerbahce in this Europa Conference League round. And the odds for Fenerbahce to win convincingly is 1.29. The next game we have for you guys is also from the Europa Conference League, and it's Gent versus Breidablik. The thing with this Europa League is that they have very funny names. Like, you could literally see the name of your high school. You'd be like, my high school is participating in this. you know, Brother Bleak. Now, now let's look at Gent. What has been Gent's form? Right, 5 matches played, 4 wins, 1 draw, and the only time they drew was when they played their namesake, Gent, a team that is Genk, by the way, a team that is also on their level. So we believe that. Oh, and before we even talk about that, let's look at Brother Bleak's away form. Horrible, 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 horrible. 5 matches, 4 losses, and 1 win. At this point, the players should look for another profession. What do you think, guys? Maybe become carpenters or something. So what we are predicting for this game is that Gents will win convincingly in this fixture. And the prediction or odds for Gents to win is 1.14. So what we are basically doing is that we are taking time to really de-risk the matches for today, so that unless there is a serious upset, then something went really wrong. But these predictions are pretty well curated, and it should happen. Now the next game we have for you guys is from the Europa League, okay, and it's Rakov versus Sporting CP. To understand our predictions for this game, it's important we look at Rakov's home form. So 5 matches played, and there has been an average of 2 goals, an average of 2 goals scored whenever they play. Now let's look at Sporting CP. Sporting CP, 5 matches played and an average of 2.5 goals. So without wasting much time, this is a game that will produce over 1.5 goals. Sporting CP is a European superpower. They're not going to take it easy. Rakov too has been on the rise. They've been playing fantastic well this season. So it should be a very interesting fixture that should deliver. And the odd for over 1.5 goals is 1.14. Okay? And the final game we have for you people is also from the Europa League. It's Bayer Leverkusen versus Karabakh. And to understand our prediction for Bayer Leverkusen versus Karabakh, let's look at Bayer Leverkusen's home form. 5 matches played, 5 wins. Now let's look at Karabakh away form. 5 matches played, 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. But the thing with Bayer Leverkusen is they are absolutely not a match for Karabakh. Right? Now Karabakh isn't a match for Bayer Leverkusen. Now the thing is, Bayer Leverkusen has been very good at home. In their league, they've been impressive. So this is not a game that they will play with. They've been very good, and Karabakh isn't so good, even though they've played really well in their league. But this is a different stage, different competition that requires a different level of pedigree. So that said, we are convinced that this game, this fixture, will yield a Bayer Leverkusen win at odds of 1.22. So that's our prediction for today, guys, for the Europa League. And I have to appreciate you guys. We are still a small channel, but a few months from now we'll be pretty big. And for those of you who stick around, who always turn on the notification, watch the fixture, I appreciate it, guys. And I just want to tell you that we'll try as much as possible to make sure the time you spend watching these videos won't be wasted. Okay. So as I said the other time, the goal is definitely to win every day, but we may not win every day. So what we try to do every time is to see how we can win at least 4 times out of 5. Or 5 times out of 7 in a week. And I think we're on the verge of achieving that this week. But we've not lost many times. I think we only lost once since the start of this week, which was basically yesterday. So it's been very exciting, and like this video, and as I always say, I love engaging with your comments. Feel free to share your comments, anything, any improvements, feedback. I read everything, and even though my schedule is pretty hectic, you can be rest assured that I always listen. It's an absolute pleasure. And take care of your wives, your children, your parents, and never give up.